My people, good afternoon. Back for another live, my people. Just wait till we see how many people we've got coming into the chat. They'll be coming through. Yes, they'll be coming through. I would just say, we've got a few people in the chat at the moment, so we'll start the live up. Let me just say good afternoon to a few people in the chat. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the Mike Hunt. Good afternoon to the Mike Hunt. Good afternoon to ya. Good afternoon to the one and only, the Fighting Irish. Good afternoon to the Fighting Irish. Good afternoon to ya. Good afternoon to the Venom. Good afternoon to ya. Good afternoon to the Bristol Bomber. Good afternoon to ya. Our mines will be a 99, please. Thank you. Yeah, good afternoon to the one and only, the fantastic, the terrific, the wonderful, the tremendous, the beautiful, the gorgeous Peggy. Good afternoon to you, darling. You're doing fantastic for the channel, and I thank you for everything you do as president of the channel. Thank you very much indeed, darling. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to the Stir of Echoes. Good afternoon to Stir of Echoes. Good afternoon to ya. Good afternoon to the Soil Alpin. Good afternoon to Soil Alpin. Good afternoon to ya. All right, so we've got people here coming back for part two of the live that we had earlier. Yeah, we had Bobby jump on. He might jump on again, and I take my hat off to him. Big respect. Bobby jumped on, and how can I put it? To debate the argument from his side of wherever he was coming from on the issues. As I say, the issues are quite clear for me. And let me clarify something at the beginning of this. Let me clarify something at the beginning of this. Yeah, this issue all started about, yeah, because of two incidents, right? It all started about because of two incidents, and it relates to the Deca Heggie content industry creators. It was a group of people on a live, yeah, and one of them said on the live, I am going to strike the Film Boy Cesspit channel, and subsequently he struck the Cesspit, the Film Boy Cesspit channel. He grasped and snitched on it and got it took down. That's how it all came about. That and another incident which is linked. This fella, I call him Creepy Corner. Yeah, we'll call him Mr. Corner. Mr. Corner asking me about my acro. Yeah, he done a live a couple of weeks ago, and he's wanting to know this, the other about my acro. So he's called me on the acro, and what I'm saying to Mr. Corner is, if you want to see my acro, I will show you my acro. I want to see your acro. We will meet in person. We will meet halfway between your place and my place in London. So we'll get a halfway meeting point. You can pick the meeting point in a public place, and I will come along and I will have my acro to, subject accesses to show you. I've got the one for England, Northern Ireland and Wales at the moment, and the Scottish one has been sent away for, and that will be getting processed. Yeah, that will be getting processed. Well, Amir, I just want to give him some information on that, because the guy, this guy, Mr. Corner, is a bit confused about the Scottish Police Scotland subject access procedure. I'm going to put him straight and clarify what the Police Scotland subject access request consists of. Let me just get something here, some information, and then I'll be putting a link up soon, and we'll get the people on. So let me just clarify this for Mr. Corner. He says he's sending off for his Scottish one, and then he was getting a bit opaque a bit unclear, vague about, oh yes, it won't show you this, it won't show you that. Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what it will show you. He said you can check, you can apply for certain things and all that. Let's put them straight in that. What you have on there, you've got 3 tick boxes. Right, you've got one called CHS, and what that stands for is Information from the Scottish Criminal History System, CHS, brackets, and or Police National Computer. So that CHS one, you tick that. Yeah, you tick that. Then you go down to the next box, which is the PNC box. And what that has antecedent information, all convictions, physical warnings, police warnings, etc. And that's from the PNC. But the first tick box is the CHS, and that is information from the Scottish Criminal History System. You tick that box, and then you go down and you tick the next box below it for the PNC as well. And you get everything from the PNC, and you get everything from the Scottish Criminal History System, right? There's another box for other information. You can tick that as well. That's if you were like, for instance, information sort, providing reference numbers if you know them, relevant dates and times, descriptions. If you're in contact with Police Scotland, for example, you were a person reporting a crime, an offence, an incident, a witness, a victim, etc., that sort of stuff. Right, but the two things that you tick, which will, the first one, yeah, CHS, tick that box and you will get the information from the Scottish Criminal History System, bracket CHS, Criminal History System, yeah, from Scotland. And then you go below it to the PNC and you tick that as well. And you will get everything from the PNC. Antecedent information, all convictions, physical warnings and police warnings, everything on the Police National Computer. So there you are, it's quite straightforward, Mr. Corner. And anybody can apply from that from any part of the UK. If you get that, then you will have your subject access request from the England ACRO organisation. That will cover you for England, Northern Ireland and Wales. Do the Scottish one as well. Yeah, the CHS, Criminal History System. That's the Scottish Criminal History System. Tick that box and you will get that also. And you also do the PNC again in Scotland as well. So you're doing it twice, I think. So basically that is a straightforward procedure, Mr. Corner. Straightforward procedure. As I say, you want to see my ACRO, you will see my ACRO. Yeah, we will arrange to meet. I'll meet you halfway. You don't have to come to London. I'll meet you halfway between London and wherever you come from. You pick the location and the place, yeah, and the location, and we will meet there in a public place. We will do this straightforward. I'll bring my phone along and all that. Check the emails, check the email and the subject access. Well, hopefully I will have the Police Scotland one soon. I will have that soon, hopefully. You get yours and then we will arrange to meet in the middle between London and wherever you come from. Yeah, no problem. We can do that. We can do that. That's the way I do business. That is the way I do business. Yes, my people, my people. So as I say, that's where it all developed from. The Deca Heggie content industry creators, they were all having a live, and one of the spokesmen said he is going to strike and report the Film Boy channel. Yeah, and subsequently he'd done that and the Film Boy channel was taken down. Right, now where my gripe about that is that all the people that were on the panel, not one of them said anything to the guy like, oh, hang on a minute there. I don't think you should be reporting striking channels and, you know, that's grassing and snitching, isn't it? You know, something like that. No, this guy was all gung-ho, and they all kept stum. They all kept stum. I mean, Bobby said he never heard nothing, so we'll give Bobby the benefit of the doubt. But out of all that lot there, yeah, somebody must have heard him talking about striking the Film Boy Cesspit channel. Yeah, they did. So that's what the two issues are about. All this stuff about Decker Heggie, they're still out there churning videos out, you know, all about Decker Heggie and all that. Yeah, it's an industry, they're churning them out. They're churning them out. I mean, don't get me wrong, today I'm getting a lot of videos, but the thing is, the videos about me, I don't watch other people's videos about me. I don't watch other people's videos about me. So they can slag me off, make up stories, do what they like, and it just goes over the top of this boy's head. This boy don't watch their videos. This boy don't watch their videos. But as I say, the industry is still rolling along. This is an opportunity for any of them if they want to jump on this panel and well, come on and give us your side of the story. I done it this morning. I put the invitation there to. I'll tell you what. I take my hat off and big respect to Bobby. Bobby came on. And he presented his side of the argument and debated the issues. And it was quite a interesting debate. Like, I mean, Bobby was he was there on his Todd. None of the others who I've no doubt were watching in the background jumped on to back him up, or to even it up a bit. Yeah, nobody jumped on to back him up or even it up a bit or that. To debate their side of an argument. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what debate is all about. Like, as I say, the invitation went out to Bobby and to Mr. Corner. Mr. Corner never jumped on. He was in the chat, I think. Like, that first debate, well, Bobby was on. Mr. Corner didn't want to jump on. This is the second. This is the afternoon. 4 o'clock, isn't it? There's an opportunity for Mr. Corner to jump on and debate anything he wants to debate with me about the striking of the Film Boy Cesspit channel, the grassing up and snitching of it, and also about this acro process, what we're going to do. Are you willing to meet up, etc.? We'll have a discussion, no bother at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the link in and we'll see if he's going to come on. Yeah, Mr. Corner. Mr. Corner, you are welcome to jump on and we will debate issues. I mean, I think I'm doing well, going out my way to go up and meet this fella halfway between London and wherever he is. If Mr. Corner wants to jump on, I will also say what I said this morning. You do not need to show me your face in the back studio, Mr. Corner. In the event that you get doxed or something in the future, I'm talking about after this live, and I would be sort of maybe blamed for it. So I do not want to see your face in the back studio. No, I do not want to see your face. You will be exempt from that procedure before you jump on if you want to jump on. So you don't have to worry about showing me your face, which makes it all the easier for him to jump on and debate the issues. We can sort out a time, date and place where you want to meet. As soon as I get that Scottish one, as soon as you get your Scottish one, let's get the time, date and place halfway between London and wherever you are. I'll get a train up there. You drive a van or whatever. We meet there in a public place, and we have a look at the subject access requests. Yeah, both of them. You'll have it too. I'll have it too. I'll have it all my stuff electronic. I'll have a look at your electronic stuff as well. As I say, we do that. Afterwards, after it, if everything's hunky-dory, I will not be disclosing your identity, your name, anything like that, or where you come from, or whatever. That'll be kept confidential. And the same with you as well. I mean, everybody knows my name anyway, but I'm talking about things like my address, etc. We keep confidentiality. That's how we do stuff. So, but what we do is we do it in person. We do it in person. That is the way I do it. That's the way I had my agreement with PP. Me and PP were happy. We had an agreement. We were going to meet up in London, which we are going to meet up in London when he's not busy. He's got other things going on at the minute, so I'm not pushing him on that. When he's ready, I will happily meet him in London, and we will do our thing as we agreed. Yeah, but you've jumped in, Mr. Corner, and want to see my acro, so I've now got to do one with you as well. You want to see it, so I'm going to see yours, and we meet halfway between London and wherever you come from. Yeah, wherever you come from. I'll jump in the train. I'll have a day out. Pick somewhere nice, halfway between London and wherever you come from. Try and pick a nice location if you can. So I might do a bit of sightseeing. Yeah. Make a day out of it. Make a day out of it. No problem at all. I'm going to stick a link in. Yeah. Let's see. We stick the link in, see if any of them jump on. Let me get the link. After this, I've had a nice al fresco lunch, yeah. You know, when I've done the other live, I went out. I've been out travelling a bit. Yeah, I've had a nice al fresco lunch. I've come back. I've got a bit of spare time. I've come back to do this live. When this live finishes, the sun's shining out there, and I'm out again. I'll be going out scooting a bit. So let me put the link in. Let me put the link in, my people. Let me put my link in, and we will see who wants to jump on. Anybody's. We'll give him a couple of minutes. Give him a couple of minutes, Bobby and Mr. Corner, to see if they jump on first. If they don't jump on, then I'll invite all comers. You know, anybody. But let's give him the opportunity to come back on and do that first. We'll give him a couple of minutes. So I'm sticking the link in, Bobby and Mr. Corner. The link's there. Mr. Corner, you don't have to show your face in the back studio. You can just jump on. You get what I mean? Like, and as I say, if there's any all comers are welcome as well. Oh, here we've got somebody there. I think this might be the guy. I'm going to have to take a chance with that, because do you think you could show me your hand or something, or a dog or anything, Mr. Calmer? Right, let's stick him on. It's probably him.
I can't show you. I've got no camera on this laptop.
It's all right. You're on anyway. So
I'm talking to you. You're not hijacking me like you did Bobby this morning, right? My conversation is with you and you. That's it. Not getting involved with all the people coming on, screaming and shouting, right? Right. So let's be fair like that, right? It's between me and you, this conversation. Look, right. I just want to address a couple of things, right? That with Scottish Acro. Can you still send for that without ticking all them boxes? So instead, you could just tick one box or two boxes. You can do that, can't you? That's my point, Johnny. I'm not gonna get into a slanging match with you, all right? That was my point about this Scottish Acro. You know what I mean? It's just no, because I thought you were gonna go. But that's the thing with Scottish Acro. With English Acro, with UK Acro, when it's England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. you don't have that opportunity. It's just everything. It's just
I
all
know
you've got.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do you get what I'm on about with that with Scotland? Look, I don't think there's out on your acro. I'll hold my hands up now. I'll say I've been a bit of a dickhead, and I mentioned something about you and PP about that acro challenge. But I was just saying that it'd been that long since you were doing it. I think I did mention it on live one morning. Yeah, I think somebody put in a comment, and it was my mistake. I thought it were on chat in exposures, right? So is it possible for somebody then who's sending for that Scottish acro to not tick all them 3 boxes? And I know I'm asking you a question that I know answer to.
Yeah.
I know that you don't have to tick all them 3 boxes. You can tick 1, 2, or 3.
Like, can I answer your question? Like,
yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
That is correct. What you're saying, that what you have to do. Well, you've probably had a look. You have. It's different from the England one. You know, where you do it online and you can just type your stuff into it. So what you have to do is you have to get what do you call it? Copy, download the application form and fill it in by pen.
No, you can do it online. Do you know, with a PDF file, you can do it online. You can email it to them, because that's what I'm going to do. But
what I done was the way. If I was you, I'd double check that. I think I mean, you could be right, but I think, because I looked at it, what you have to do is you have to print off the form. You know the form, like 2 pages. Then what you have to do is, it does say fill this form in with in capital letters with black ink, right? Yeah. It's a bit like it's no high tech. So you fill the form in, write your details in, right? Then you can take a picture of it or scan it, like a picture.
Yeah.
And then upload it to your email and send it to them. To PNC. It's a big email address.
I know what you're saying, but if you've got a PDF editor, it's a PDF file. You know that when you download it, it's a PDF file. So you don't really need to print it off. You can do it. If you've got a PDF editor, you can edit it all in PDF, and you can do any signature. You can do a digital signature. If you've got like a touchpad, you can do your signature, and then you can transfer that over to that thing. I wasn't saying that that's what you were going to do. I was saying that, well, I was actually, because I got our butt hurt, because I've always liked you, and I just felt that this ridiculous. Right, let's get on about Dodgy Dave. Go on, sorry.
Before you go, let me finish the thing about the form, because you asked me the question about, right, so getting back to the thing about, there's 3 boxes that you can tick. I just read them off earlier. I don't know if you heard me through the chat.
Yeah, so PNC.
The first one's called the Scottish Criminal History. They call it CHS in brackets, and that's one box, Scottish Criminal History. So that would be for the Scottish records. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But you've still got a box below that. Like, you've got the 3 boxes. So you've got the first one, CHS, Scottish Criminal History, right? And then the one below is PNC, which is, I'm assuming, is probably the same as the one from
it's PNC is Police National Computer, computer thing,
So I think it's replicating it, but then in the next box is just an additional information, and that's things like, if people are looking for information about they've reported a crime, or they were a witness, or another thing. The 2 boxes that you would want to be, if you want to do the check sort of thing, are the criminal history system and the PNC one. So you click the now. You would ask a question: how do I know somebody's ticked 2 boxes? Wouldn't you? That's a question.
Yeah.
And the answer to the question, this is only my take on it, is that when you get a letter back from them, or the subject access from them, it'll probably say something along the line of, we'll put it this way: if you have got stuff on the Scottish criminal history system, it'll say on the something like, your Scottish criminal history system record shows that you have blah 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 blah. Do you get what I mean? Then you say, and as for the something like the PNC, Police National Computer checks, you have got blah 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 blah. Right? Do you get what I mean? So even if somebody hasn't got nothing, it will probably say your information on the Scottish criminal history information system is no trace. You're not known. Like, and the other one, the PNC, if you've got nothing, there'll be no trace as well. Do you know what I mean? But it would.
I understand what you're saying, but none of us really know what it is, because none of us have really. This is all new to me. I only did it when you started on. Do you know when you started on about it? And I've just started looking into it. I'm thinking, this week UK one, you can't really manipulate it. They're just sending it a lot. But with that one, if somebody wanted to hide something, not saying you do before anybody chats, I'm not even looking at chats. I know I'm getting roasted. So, but if somebody wanted to hide something, I'm going to send for it because I need to get it, because I want to see what happens when you press all three. And I want to send for another one and press 2 on them. And then I want to press another one and I press 1 on them. And I'm going to see what it actually does. So in the future, look, I try and take a positive from every negative. This situation between you was a negative. But this is what's come out now is a positive. That now we'll know, when I get these things and you get your things, we'll know that if somebody's trying to flannel in future and they're saying, oh, I've done this and this is what's come back, we'll know that, does it say PNC no records shown, or are they just saying, oh, I did PNC one and that I ain't got no back?
Well, I'll tell you where the English. I mean, you know the one I just said a minute ago about the Scottish one. As I say, that I think you would know that somebody's ticked both of these boxes, because I think they're going to. The letter will come back whether you've got stuff on it or haven't, and it will say. As the Scottish criminal history system or whatever it is, I've got it on there, like shows that you or whatever, you've got this, that, the other, then it will go. And as for the police national computer, you've got that, is this stuff as well. You know, it'll say that. And even if you haven't got nothing, it will still say that. Like you're not known on the, you know, the Scottish criminal history. So I think that from the letter, I mean, till we see it,
that's what I mean. As soon as I get mine, I'm going to send for all three. I don't know how long it takes. I know in UK it's 30 days, but I'm going to send for all three so I can see. You know what I mean? I just want to clarify my own mind that if you tick all three,
don't forget the third box is just like additional information, and if you read the advice, what it's about, the additional information, it's things like, you know, people who are witnesses to crimes and things like that. That's all.
I suppose I could just put in that if I've been named as witnesses any crime or something like that, just to see if, like you said, it'll come back and say nothing known, so that then we know if somebody's saying that they ain't got any different additional information. Like with mine should come back then with nothing known, because I've never been a witness to any crime in Scotland. So hopefully it comes back and it says nothing known, and then we know when somebody else says something, we know whether they actually did tick that box. It's a weird setup for me.
Yeah, but the additional information, if you look at the thing, the important things is, if you're talking about, you want to know
PNC in that first box, the
criminal history things. The first one's the Scottish criminal history, you know, Scottish criminal history records, right? And the second one's the PNC. Are probably replicating the one in England, because it's one police national computer. You get what I mean? Like, so what I'm trying to say is that other box really is
for specific crimes, isn't it? It's for specific events. If you think there was a specific event on one day and you want some information on it, or you were, I wonder if you could get like your, do you know, like your witness statements and shit like that? If you'd ever made a witness statement, I wonder. But like I said, I'm only doing it as an example. Just I'm not. I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, I'm going to write something in that third box just to see if it comes back as unknown. Do you know what I mean? Just in case. That's all. I'm just doing it as an example. That's all.
But what would you give me a hypothetical? Because what I'm saying is, you're going to say additional information. What could you put in there? Because you're going to say, what are you looking for? If you know what I mean.
But they can just tell me to fuck off, can't they? Do you know what I mean? They can just say, look, this fucking clown's being a silly bollocks. He's saying he wants to know what shoe size he had on him when he went in fucking beach. But I just want to try it. Look, it's worth doing it. So then if it ever comes up in future, you know, let me address another point. This week, Dodgy Dave and saying he was striking channels. He didn't say it on that. I don't know who told you he did, and I don't know if anybody can prove me wrong. I'll let him. He didn't say it on that live, because that live was not about YouTube. That live was about, look, I don't get on with some of them people on that chat. I'll tell you that, truth, honest truth. Ooh, I get on with honest truth. But some other people I don't get on with. I don't associate with them. But we come on because there were two people in background who's been supporting Decker and funding him. And one of them's put a lot of money his way. And they wanted to know what were going off. So that I don't go on lives, Johnny. This is first live other than that one that I went on Sunday for a long time. Because I go on lives and this is what happens. I get brought in to other people's fucking situations. And then they say, oh, well, you want his life, right? I didn't, he didn't say it. I'll say he didn't say it. He did say it in a video before, I think, but he didn't say it on that live. He did not say it. It didn't, honestly, Johnny, I wouldn't tell Pokey Pies to you because it's on YouTube and somebody will be able to clip it if I'm telling lies. And, right, and I messaged fucking Dodgy Dave and says, have you struck Film Boy's channel? And he said, no. He says, I might do it future because of something with this. And Miss Gambino, is there Miss Gambino that goes on fucking that channel or something? And she said he were a M word. He M'd somebody. M-U-R-D-E-R. I says, right, so you're telling me now you went struck his channel. He says, no, I have not struck his channel. So Film Boy said he got reported. He didn't say he got struck. I'll tell you what he's got. He got what I got other day. You know, I did a live other morning and I kept playing Dickie's clip. And I put a post on YouTube community to ask him about this because I got the same thing as what he's got. It was like it's called a community strike. And I got the same thing because he said he's got done for fraud, scams and things like that. But I'm thinking what's happened is his live, the people on the live have reported him when he said them things. So I got the same thing. My stream got taken down. But as it was the first time I'd ever had that reported on my channel, I got a warning, not a strike. And I appealed it and explained to him, look, everything I was doing were under fair use and all this, blah, 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 and I got it removed. But if I'd have had a strike before, so what's we call it, a community guideline thing before, I'd have got banned for a week. Even though it got rejected, I would have still got banned for the time it took for me to appeal it. So what I'm suggesting that Film Boy does, if he's got one of these community guidelines strike, is appeal it. Just appeal it and explain. But then again, if it is on that video, he's going to struggle because the things he said are against YouTube policy. Do you know what I mean? Right. But and something else, right? What else are we going to ramble on about? Are we going to ramble on about something else? Go on, you have a chat. You have a chat for a bit while I think.
Well, okay, right. Well, you're having a think and all that. I'm trying to think this thing between me and you with the acros, how to resolve this thing, because what I do is, as I say, I've got it in the pipeline to meet PP at a future date. At the minute, he's doing other things. You know, he's got other things going on, so he's not about on YouTube. But I will be meeting with him. I mean, sometime. You know, like compare the acros. As I say, I've sent off for the Scottish one as well, and the stuff we're talking about. So hopefully, I will be meeting him, you know, in the near future or whenever. Like, so that will be done. But the thing is, like, about me.
Well, Johnny, let me just put in here just for 1 second because I remember what I'm going to say. My acro's going up on my channel in the next 5 minutes. I've just done it. I've scribbled all my personal details out. I'm going to ask Bobby to have a look at it so we can compare it because it's not the same acro. This is another acro that I sent Bobby one last time and then I sent for another digital copy. And so this is a later date, but it's still the same shit because I ain't been arrested, I ain't been questioned or like that. So I want to ask Bobby just to prove that it's still it because Bobby's got me. See, this is the thing with these acros. You've got to be very careful with them. You've got to be, because you've got your name on there, you've got address on there, you've got your date of birth on there, you've got where you've lived with on there, you've got a lot of information that, and with your ID, same with your ID, you've got to be very careful because if people get your ID, I mentioned this earlier about, right, right, Johnny, say I got your address now, and I got your name, and I got your date of birth, I could then get in touch with post office and get your mail redirected to me. And said that I'm moving house, and in that it costs about 20 quid or something to get redirected to another address. So you've got to be very careful. And people can get credit cards. People can get all sorts of shit. They can sign you up for all sorts of dog shit. They can get phones in your name. So you've got to be very careful. So I've covered out my personal details. But it's up there. It's 5 pages. Look, I'll tell you what's on it. There's an NFA for a theft, which I got into a little ruck in a pub, and fellow said he lost his chain.
Hang on a minute. Can you stop for a minute? Listen, see the things about the acros, right? I was going to meet with PP, like, you know, when we do meet and all that, and I know he's got like loads of stuff, you know, like.
I didn't know this. If I'd have known this, I'd have never have brought it up. I didn't know they were all right, because I was taking piss out on PP, saying he's off YouTube because he caught a cat and he's had a fucking heart attack because he's caught a cat. He's been doing it for fucking 3 years. Oh, sorry. Is that? Oh, that was a joke. I wasn't thinking that's what's wrong with him. I was doing it as a joke, saying they caught a cat because he's never fucking caught one.
Right, what I was going to say to you is, see, this thing about putting the stuff online, right? This is why when I'm doing the thing, you know, with PP, like, I'm going to meet him in person. I was going to take my phone along, show my email, you know, from the England one, the email with the PDF. He can look at it. I can look at his stuff. The Scottish one, when I get that as well, because that'll be coming online. Right, what I'm saying is, and that was going to be just me and him meeting in person, right? But if you're doing a thing online, like your suggestion,
but it's all the details is blanked out. There's no name, no address on it.
Yeah, but hang on. When I was meeting PP, right, we were just looking for something dodgy. Like, this is what it's all about, right? I don't think PP's dodgy. You don't think I'm dodgy, but we got into this beef thing, right? So we're going to meet up, do this thing because we said we're going to do it, right? But when I see his stuff, he's got stuff like general stuff, if you want to use that terminology. I'm not interested in that, right? So when I just see his thing and he's all right, that's it, right? What I'm trying to say to you is there's nothing online where his general stuff's all there. Do you get what I'm getting at?
Yeah. See, what I did, I jumped gun a bit there because I didn't know that PP were ill, and you see, I try to entertain people and all, you know what I mean, sometimes. And when you were on about that you'd been backwards and forwards and you made some serious allegations against him, he'd made some serious allegations against you, Rule 43 and fucking all that shit. So I just said, I wonder what's happened with all that. Why's all that fucking gone up in air? And,
I mean, we will sort it out. I mean, PP's he's got stuff going on. I don't know what, you know, like outside the YouTube, like, but he'll be back like sooner than later, sort of thing. But I was just saying to you, hang on a minute, because you're saying with your thing, I'm trying to help you here. I mean, I don't think people should be putting up the thing, like, you know, online for people to look at. Like, so you were going to say,
in my situation, I think it's best to do that because people who are going after a wrong-un need to prove that they're not wrong-uns. You know what I mean? So that's why, because I get it asked all the time. You're asking Decker for his acro, why don't you show yours? Why don't you show yours? And I genuinely thought it was still on my channel. If you look at that video I made in response, I deleted about 300,000 views on August 1st, I think it was. And when I've deleted all, because it were old content, you know, like what people who had gone on about in the past, and then they've changed their ways and they're not like that. And then it were like that Tatey man that were back in Decker, he's not doing it anymore. So, and then Steve Clark, fucking body in the bog, he's changed his ways now. He's helping people out and doing stuff good. So I deleted a load of content, and I must have deleted it when I did that. So I'm putting it back up. Just for that reason, that's it. That if anybody says to me, show your acro then, I'll just put link into that video, say, here, crack on, have a look at that.
Well, if I was in your position, this is just what I would be coming through on that thing. I mean, as I say, I don't think people should be putting their stuff online like that. I would say that if you said you sent it to, say, Bobby, it was, or whatever it is in that.
Bobby knows who I am. Bobby knows me.
Right, so if Bobby says that, there's nothing dodgy in it, you know, dodgy, like, that's, as far as I'm concerned, that should be good enough. Like, but if you want to stick your other general stuff up for people to look at.
It's all there. It's 5 pages. There's 2 pages of bullshit. Why do
you want to tell people about things? It's nothing to do with the dodgy stuff. So why are you putting
It's to
stuff?
prove that I'm not there's no dodgy there. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, but if Bobby said, I've looked at the thing, like, and there's nothing dodgy, if you know what I mean, that should be good enough.
But this with Bobby, how it all come about. Can you remember how it come about with these acros? That I got called a wrong. I got called a wrong on his truth by a certain person from Wales, and I said to him, right, if you're saying I'm a wrong un, we'll both. It wasn't like a organised thing. It was just a lie. And I said to him, look, if you're saying I'm a wrong one, I'll tell you what we'll do. Bobby, will you take our acros and check them? And he said, yeah. So I said, right, I'll send mine to you. He said he'd send his. I sent mine to Bobby, sent him my driving licence. And this other guy come up with some strange document from New Scotland Yard, showed a couple of pages on it, and sent Bobby a video. He never sent proper thing. So I didn't bother getting on at that fella anymore. I just ignored him from then on because I'd cleared my name, and that's all I wanted to do. So it wasn't like an organised thing, like when people, like you said earlier about Bobby, is he capable of being the mediator? Well, he's not really. He's just a normal guy that got put in a position. And this went, like you said, oh, well, if anybody says, oh, just tell them you've sent it to Bobby. I don't want to put that pressure on Bobby. You know what I mean? He's a genuinely nice guy, Bobby. You know what I mean? He's straight as they come. And I don't really want to put that pressure on him. I'm thinking that if anybody gets me in future, I think there needs to be somebody who actually knows what an acro is and knows what to look for and knows that it comes in a email with 2 sections. It comes with a front page and then your thing is. And if somebody's saying that they've got their acro and they ain't got that front page and then things, and it comes direct from acro where you can send it via, you can forward it straight to somebody. So if you forward it straight to somebody, then that's, you know what I mean? Anyway, it's like, look, if you want to meet up at some point, Jockney, not a problem, right? But it's going to be on a friendly fucking level. There's no animosity between me and you. If I'm gonna, I don't think I will be able to make it to London though, not with fucking parking and all stuff that it costs you. But you sort your things out with whatchamacallit, PP, get all that done with, and then when I get my Scottish thing, if you want to meet up. That's it. How's them apples?
What I was going to suggest is well, I don't know when me and PB are going to meet up, but we will be meeting up at some time. Probably.
I don't think you even need to anymore now, to be honest. I think it was just a thing that went on. Look, now looking back at it now, I just think it was a thing that went on. You both fucking ripped each other to bits, calling each other all sorts of names. You were called this fucking fella that had, I don't know, done something in Scotland for when you must have been about 3 years old. You know what I mean? It just didn't tally up. But I don't know. I don't know if you. So if PP's got problems, I don't know if he's got health problems or not. I don't know what's up with. But I don't know if he needs that extra stress. Look, I don't think there's a dodgy about PP. I don't think there's a dodgy about you. I was just butter because you've gone on about me. So I was just throwing shit. You know, like the monkey in the zoo. I'll fucking throw shit at them bastards.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was going to say that if PP did come back at some stage and I meet up with him, like, then if you hung on to then I don't really need to meet up with you. Because
it's up to, well, Johnny, actually, I won't mind meeting up with you. Do you know what I mean? Just if I do ever make it to London, you can show me around and show me fucking sites because I don't know where to go. You show me where it's cheap parking and how I can get around that congestion charge and that high emissions charge because it'll cost £100 to get into London. You mind all diesel to get there, and then you've got your parking. I were in London. When were I in London last? About 2013, 2014. Parking tickets galore, and then there's that bridge. What's that fucking bridge where you can't give them money? You've got to go over it, and then you've got what is it? What's that bridge over Thames? That big bridge.
I can't remember.
Well, you can't pay money, so I've gone over it and thought, oh, that's all right, ain't going to pay you. And then there's a big sign saying you've got to pay within 24 hours. I didn't even know what to do. Something chart. I forgot what it's called. Anyway. I'm just babbling. I'm babbling.
Right. So if you put your thing to one side for a minute. Yeah. So if I meet up with PP and whenever the future, it's not going to be too long. We sort ours out and we know we're all right. Right. Then I don't really need to meet you, because.
Oh, standing me up now, are you, for PP? You fucker.
Because PP would have seen mine. I've seen this, so we know our things are okay. Like with yours, I take it for Bobby's checked your thing out and all that. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm not bothered about seeing your thing, really.
no worries. And this with Dicky Icky, right? Can I just bring this up, because this industrial organisations, it's Dicky Icky. If you look at my content, I did a video. Out of last 30 videos, I think 6 were about Dicky. But granted, I make a lot of content on Dicky. But let me explain it, because people say we all know about him. We all do. You do. Everybody in chat does. But he's got a mental health channel. This is the point that I try to stress. He's got a channel that's claiming to be a mental health ambassador. So he's attracting the most vulnerable out of society, isn't he? By saying that. And one of his NFAs was against a girl that got in contact with him due to mental health, due to use of a Facebook page doing this same shit. So that's the reason that I still make content on him. I can't stand the man. I think he's a fucking monster. I think he's so believable and convincing. Sometimes when I'm watching, I'm thinking, do you know what I mean? He's got this power to fucking mesmerize people with his lies. But when people say there's a lot more wrong-uns out there, I ain't seen another wrong-un out there that's on YouTube claiming to be a mental health ambassador and just did a GoFundMe, got 1,260 quid, cashed it in, and started another one next day and told them all, Trolls got it shut down. So people's been commenting, well, where's my fucking money back then, you bastard? And then he deletes comments. But yeah, I'm going to do all this stuff. But with Dicky, what I do is, if he puts a video up and it's blatant lies to his sub, I'm trying to go for the people that aren't in the know. I'm trying to I got loads of emails a day from people. That bastard did me on GoFundMe. That bastard's kicked me out of membership now because I asked him about his acro. There's a lot of people whacking up to him. And it might look now like there's a cabal of people all doing it. In a way, yeah, we are interlinked. But I'm not really interlinked with any of them, other than I might share information that I get and they might share information they get with me. I'm not really interested in what other people do, because I'll go a day without doing any Dicky comments, or 2 days without doing any Dicky comments, and then he does something, and then right, I'll put this up like that with Acro this morning. That was my opportunity there to just, I laid it all out on the field, and it fucking covered 55 pages. Come on, Jockney, 55 pages. Surely that's worth a couple of videos a fucking day, so people know he's got 55 fucking pages. Look, I've been a warman in my time. I've got fucking 5 pages. He's got 50 fucking 5 of the fuckers. And I've put it. Sorry, Jockney, I know I'm checking over you. I've put on that video to Dicky. If he shows his acro, I'm going to shut my channel down. And I'm done. I'm off YouTube. That's it. If he shows his acro, I'll shut the fucking thing down the same day, because then everybody's got the opportunity to make their own mind up. Because somebody say acro's out there, but Dicky's still saying it's a fucking lie. He's still saying it's a lie. So what can you do? What do you do when it's all right? Dicky says it's a lie. Just fucking leave him. He's right. So go on, Johnny. Your turn.
When you took your dogs for a walk this morning with your 6 pages, could you add your
oh yeah, sorry, Chair. 1 page and a 5 of 5, yeah.
And then you had the whatever it was, 55 or 56 or whatever the other guy's things.
It burnt the field. It burnt the fucking field.
How did you get them to stay without blowing in the wind and all that?
Because it's a wheat field that's been cut. So you see all them wheat things, like root things that's sticking up. No, it's sticking fruit paper. I'm keeping that. That's on dining room table now for when coppers come, because that's the 55 pages I've told them. If they want to come and do me, it's on dining room table. So I took it out with me. What I did, I wrapped, like them wheat things. I'd put them on the top of paper to stop it from blowing away. I was lucky that it was a sunny day and it wasn't windy. But yeah, 55 fucking pages. And I picked them back up. I didn't litter. I picked them all back up.
I've got a question for you, right? This is a hypothetical, right? Say the guy in question, the guy with the 55 pages and all that stuff. Just say hypothetically next week or whenever he was to be in prison, just say for, I don't know, 6
Let me
months,
touch wood. Let me tap some wood. Here we
2
go.
months, say it could be anything, a traffic thing or something, right? But you get just
Yeah.
say he got sent down for say 2 months or 3 months, right?
Yeah.
And then he comes out and then he goes, he's back on YouTube. What happens then?
I'll tell you what would happen. That's 3 months without him being able to rip people off or fucking manipulate people. And I don't think if he goes to prison in Scotland, he'll be coming back out, I'll be honest with you. And he is got that police chase in January. Should have had it in August. But he booked his son into a mental institution and claimed that he wasn't fit to stand trial. So he got his trial set back till January. And there's two police people that are witnesses to him driving this fucking car. So he's going to have to pull some rabbit out in that hat to get away with reckless driving, no insurance, no driving license, dangerous driving, because he mounted this pavement. There were 2 workers there to dive out of it. All sorts of shit was supposed to have gone off in this fucking thing. And he said it wasn't him. He said, well, I found it in a newspaper and I put it up. And he says, oh, it was a mistaken identity. It wasn't me. And then he got armed police to his house to take him to police station because he won't fucking turn up to answer his bail. The man's just, he lives his own life. You know what I mean? If he believes he's above everybody else and he can get away with everything else. And he has done so far. Unbelievably has done.
Another question for you. Do you see any, how can I put it, an end to what's going to happen in the end? Do you see a conclusion?
All you can do is make people aware of what he is and try and limit his opportunities. Look, if it were me who was CPS leader at CPS, I'd be reinvestigating everything. Do you know what I mean? Because it's an embarrassment that Cumbria Police have allowed all these breaches of bail conditions and breaches of restraining orders and all this shit. He's never ended up. Well, he has been in prison. He did 90 days for that incident in Blackpool with a woman in an hotel room. But yeah, I don't know. I can't keep doing this forever. I'll tell you that now, because it's too time consuming. It's too stressful. It's and I let other things go, slide in my life because I get fixated on trying to fucking see. It's hard because you want to do the right thing, but then when you know that much, it's hard not to do something. You know when they say ignorance is bliss. Yeah. This is the kind of thing you get. It's like you want to walk away, and then you think, what if it ends up being a saddle? Because these kind of predators don't stop, and that's the thing. What do you do? What can you do? People saying go to his door. What do you think he'll do? He'll phone police. He'll get an injunction out on you, and then you can't say a word because that's what he's done with his ex-business partner. He'll get a restraining order out on you. He's standing dock and say, "I'm in fear of my life every time I'm going online." Got Danny a 5-year restraining order. Then badgered Danny into having a fight when he knew he got a restraining order out on him. So then Danny ended up back in police custody, up at court, so lucky not to go back to prison and get split up from his kids again. And Danny's turned his life around. I think the positive out in all this shit is that Danny's turned his life completely around since he got put in that cell for a second time, and he said he was praying, saying because his solicitor had said, "Look, there's no way you're going to go down for this because you've breached it. There's all this information here that you breached it." And luckily, that judge on that day or that magistrate, whoever it was, said, "Look, you can put a tag on you. You're in for 7. You're out at 7." And that's changed his life around. So that's one plus out in all this shit. But yeah, I don't know where it ends. But it's not for me much longer, to be honest. I've done. Do you know what I mean? You can only do so much. And then when you got people saying, you're making videos on him all the time, you're making videos on him all the time. I'm not making videos just to fucking, what shall I do? I can make content in any cunt. You know what I mean? I've got there's that many people on YouTube. If I wanted to, I want to get to be doing funny shit again. But it's hard when there's that. He's always there in the back of your fucking mind, the dirty bastard. And when somebody sends you a message and says, look what he's done now, or sends you screenshots of him denying shit and things like that, you just think, oh well, I better say something. Right? If he didn't have a mental health channel, and if he were just doing normal shit, then it won't be that dangerous. But the fact that he's got a mental health channel and he's claiming to be an ambassador and he's got a 55-page acro when he's destroyed fucking all them lives, it's just, it just don't sit right, does it?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been a pleasure to let you listen to me talk. Listen, you talk to me. No, I'm glad I've come out. Right, let me just address Film Boy thing. I ain't got a problem with Film Boy at all. I don't know why he's. Look, I put that video up because somebody else showed me it. I'm a reactionist channel, Anna. So what I do is I react to people's stuff. Look, Film Boy did that, right? He did it. That's it. So I don't know if he's got a beef with me or not because he's saying, putting 6 videos up a day. I ain't put six videos up a day about him for at least 2 days. No, for ages. I'll do odd video. But I want to get away from it all. But he needs to be kept an eye on. That's what this is probably the best thing I say. Even if you're not doing videos on him, just keep an eye on him. And then if you see any of your subs going over and commenting his thing, just warn them. Just look, you do know that this man's full of shit. He's got a 55-page acro.
Yeah.
So it's about, we can't do out to him.
Yeah.
He's untouchable because he'll go straight to coppers. He'll go straight to, and Anton said about leaflets. I'll tell Anton now. Union Street has had leaflets for every doer. High Street at Montrose has had leaflets through every door. The chemist has had leaflets for every door. The bus station outside the chemist, it got plastered in fucking posters. So I can't say who did it, but I enjoyed my time in Scotland and I think I did a community service. How's them apples?
Okay. Yeah, that's good. You've given us a lot of good information there, sort of thing. So just to thing me about the acro situation. So you're happy that I'll do the thing with PP? And
do it if you want to do it. Don't do it if you don't want to do it. If what I said had offended you, if you'd spoke to me, I'd have said, look, I'm sorry. Then I'll take it down. In fact, if that video's up, I'll take it down because I don't want to cause beef with you. I like your voice got on with you. Well, I used to make songs with you. You know what I mean? And then I've had people in my ears telling me shit and telling me this and telling me that. But there's nothing there that I can see that in just people shit stirring, to be honest. So.
Well, I don't really think I need to meet with you to see your acro because you've done the thing with Bobby. You know, like Bobby.
Yeah, I'm going to put that up straight after this anyway. And then I might leave it up for an hour for people to see, and then I'll just put it on private, on unlisted. And then if anybody asks me about it, in fact, I might just put it on unlisted. I'll send you a link to it so you can have a look if you want.
Well, I'm not really bothered with your acro because, I mean, as I say, I'll sort the thing out with PP and all that. So I don't really know what I mean.
Johnny, when you get your Scottish thing and I get my Scottish thing, I'll come back on and I'll explain to people about them different bits. You don't have to show yours because I know my Scottish one's clean and there's no on it. So what I can do is I can explain, look, I applied for all 3 on that one, I applied for 2 on that one, and I applied for 1 on that one. So if anybody tries to tell you different stuff later on, you can say, because they're going to tell me to fuck off about additional information, aren't they? But I can just try it and say, I don't know, I have to say something.
Well, this thing that you were going on about, you know, the thing about when you put thing online, people can get your identity and all that. You know, this is the thing. This is why I'm wary again. Nothing against, like, how can I put it, third parties and all that, but it's your information. Like, you know, your driving license, your address.
I'll tell you, when I first sent that to Bobby, he didn't get in touch with me for a week, and I was flapping. I was proper flapping. I was emailing him saying, Bobby, why aren't you answering me? Why aren't you answering? And we were at Caravan. So, and he didn't have it. So I was telling him, I want to fucking rip his neck off. He's fucking, do you know what I mean? Because I thought, he's got my IDs.
I remember something about that, you know.
Yeah.
I know that thing about,
I thought, do you know what I thought? I thought him and that other guy, look, I know Bobby won't, but when you give people your information like that, and then they don't respond to you, I'm thinking, he's fucking set me up here with this other geezer to get all my fucking information and my detail, my driving license number.
I remember that. You know, in the back of my head, I remember that thing about he was gone for a week on holiday or
Yeah.
something. In a caravan, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, because I did a live in the morning, and I was just going in on him and saying, that bastard, he ain't got back to me. He ain't got back to me. I sent him all my details, and he's in chat. Let me on. And I'm saying, I'm not laying you on until you tell me if you've got his acro, that other one. And he's saying, let me on. And I let him on. He said, sorry, he was at caravan. He got some kind of shitty reception. But I give him all my shit, and I'm thinking, oh, what have I done that for? Because everybody says that now. Why keep people... At that time, I want that up on acros, and I want that up on what people can do with your information if you give them that kind of information. Anyway, it's been an hour, Jockney. It's been an hour.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on a little bit longer. I've got Thingy in the chat. I don't, what's his name, Bobby. If you wanted to talk to him before you go.
Oh, it's all right. Now I'm going to get off. I want to get some dinner. It's 7:08 yet.
All right, so we've sorted.
He's a proper geezer. He's a nice bloke. He's straight John Bull.
Right, so we've sorted out about the acro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to see yours. Yeah, you don't need to see mine because I'm going to do it with PP. Right,
I'm going to take your Jockney. I'm going to take the videos down when I'm shouting at you because I feel fucking embarrassed now. No, I do because I feel embarrassed. You know what I mean? Because
I'm not too bothered.
Oh, leave them up then. Fuck it. no, take them down. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, but no, I feel a bit embarrassed. Fucking. It's like that, like a monkey in a cage throwing my shit. That's that bastard. I'll fucking this and you get that shit down you. Yeah. So anyway, I'll catch you later. Cheers, Jockney.
Have a nice day, man.
Creepy corner, calling out. Creepy corner, coming in your ears. Right to you. Catch you later.
Oh, what? Oh, blooming hell, that was an experience and a half, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we sorted out a lot of stuff there. Do you know what I mean? Like, things get said in the heat of the moment and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, things get said in the heat of the moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stay on for a while longer. What time's it? See, another, I don't know, 15 minutes or something. I'm going to stick the link in. I know Bobby wanted to jump on, but Karma Corner, he just wanted to do a one-to-one because he didn't want other people jumping on, which is fair dues. So we had a good discussion about things. And that's all sorted out about the acro thing with me and him. Like, that's fair dues. That's all sorted out. And let's stick the link in and see if Bobby's still there. Sorry, Bobby, but I did ask him at the end, but he's got to go now. See if Bobby wants to jump on. If Bobby don't jump on, then I'll get all comers can jump on for a quick chat. But yeah, we've made some progress there. That was quite an interesting conversation there. Like, yeah, quite an interesting conversation that was. Indeed, sort of de-escalate things. De-escalate is the name of the game. As I say, there's people out there, other people making videos at me, but I don't watch the videos, so it goes over the top of my head. That's why I'm not too bothered. I don't watch the videos about me. I don't watch videos about me. If things are, I don't know. I think that's a very, very worthwhile thing. I'm going to stick the link in again. Let me see. I'll tell you who I've got in the chat there. It'd be interesting to talk to him, Hector. Hector. Hector will probably jump on. You know what I mean? Like, I know he was arranging that spa, with thingamajig, but he's old there. Like, help it. Do you remember that? I don't want to say too much about it. It's a sad thing, innit? But Hector might say something. Hector is, you're happy. Jump on, Hector. I've stuck the link in, man. Another Hackney boy originally. Hector, Hackney boy. Yeah. Hector. I think he was born in the same blooming hospital as my son, man. Oh, he does. Give me the thumbs up, just Hector. Oh, yeah, it's him. I think it's him. Yeah. All right, mate. Turn your camera off if you want. I've got Hector here. Right, Hector.
What's happening, Jockney? Good afternoon, mate.
How you doing?
I'm all good, thank you, bro. I'm all good. I can't hear you very well because I ain't got no headphones. Oh, hold on. I've got a pair here. Stay there, Jockney. Hold on.
Yeah, all right.
Stay there, mate.
Let's get.
Sorry, guys. Hold on.
I've got
2
Bobby
seconds,
there. I'll
mate.
jump him on, but hang on. Let's get Bobby
Hold on,
on
mate.
as well. But, all right, Bobby.
All tangled up. Hold on.
How are we doing, Jockney?
Yeah, I'm good. I asked that Karma Corner if you wanted to have a chat with you, but you had
No
to
problem.
go. Right?
I just like to.
Hold on.
I like to see the, that's what we want is all be on the same page, Jockney, and I think
Shit! My phone just rung, people. You probably can't hear me. Hold on.
I can hear you, all right, Hector. I can hear you, man.
And I think Karma coming on, it made a big difference, and I think we're all on the same page again. And that's what it's about, regardless of what you believe and what you don't.
Hold on, guys. I froze. If not, I can't hear none of yous. I can't hear none of yous. Hold on, I'm still here.
Yeah, and it's good. That was good to see.
I'm gonna go out and come back in. Sparrow.
Yeah.
One second. I can't hear.
Do that. Yeah, take your time, man. Take your time. There's no rush. Yeah. Anyway, we sorted out a few things there, Bobby.
Yeah, and that it was positive with that conversation you had, and
yeah.
I think it's good that we all need to get back on the same page. I think, we'll all have different opinions. We'll always have different opinions on what we should and shouldn't be doing and what we are and aren't doing. But sometimes we can all get influenced by the wrong things, or and I think it's good that I enjoyed that, and it was a very positive chat you had with him. That was great.
There's Hector coming back. You know Hector, like
somebody said I've run him off. He's back.
You all right, Hector?
What's happening, Jockney? You all right, mate? Sorry about that.
Man.
I couldn't hear nothing.
Yeah. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all good, Jockney. Like, obviously, what happened, that thing with Uncle Kay and all of that, coming to her address and all of that, like, it's got her down and got the kid down, so I've had to deal with that, like, have a bit of that going on. But apart from that, it's all good. It's all good, mate. Things happen. We've got to get over these things.
Any update on the spar thing? You were going to do a spar, weren't you?
Okay, right. So let's not talk about that. Ben Hatchett I think obviously he's lost his mum. I was speaking to Ben yesterday. It was Ben, Ben had called me. I'll tell you exactly what happened. He called me up like straight away, sort of after his mum had passed, and he was upset, and he was in a panic about paying for his mum's funeral, obviously, because everything that just happened, and he's in a sort of a rush.
What's happening, Johnny, pal? You all right?
Hang on a minute. Yeah. Hang on.
Man, just to let you know, right? I'm Chris. I'm actually from Glasgow. How you doing, Jockney?
All right, Chris.
I'll turn that off in the background. Hang on, mate. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, all right, Chris.
What's happening, lads? He's all right, aye?
Hector, first time I've met you, Hector. How you doing, mate?
You all right, Bobby?
No worries, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah. Oh, someone's whistling.
No, it's my pal. She's got a dog whistle. She blew it in the back to noise me up. Jockney, are you for the Carlton, Jockney?
Yeah. Hang on a minute, Masters. Let Hector tell us this thing, and then we'll have a chat.
Oh, is Hector on? Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm in, mate.
Hector, what you saying? What's happening?
You're right, mate.
Hector's an update.
Good.
Yeah, fire away, Hector, man. Fire away.
Yeah, so Johnny, what happened? He called me up and he's really upset, and he said, "We need to raise some money." I said, I'll do whatever I can to help you, Ben. Like, I don't know what we could do. And he said about, I'll come down, we'll have the charity spa. And I was like, "Are you sure you want to do that now?" Like, it's a bit close with everything that's going on with your head.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, with what's gone on, his brain must have been a bit manic. So he's phoning me. Have you sorted it out? Have you sorted out a gym? Have you got a place to go? And I think that as the days went on, 3 or 4 days, he must have just got mentally tired and drained from me. He wasn't sounding himself. So I was getting a few bad comments. People thought I was getting him down there to have a real fight with him or something, or hurt him. But he's my mate. It's only to raise money for his mum's funeral, So I've spoken to him and we've decided to put it off for a little bit, see where he is with this money, because he's got a little bit donated now, and we can put it off for a minute until he gets his head right and all of that, And take it from there. It's just in his idea. We fired it. I did say hold fire on it, Johnny, because it's too soon. But he wanted to do it, and things have changed. He changed his mind. It didn't happen, but hopefully it happens in a few weeks or something.
That's
man.
good.
Good man.
Can I ask you another thing, Hector? This
Of course,
thing,
can.
you know, Paul Ellis.
Yeah, tell us a story about you and Paul Ellis. What's it all about, mate?
Yeah, Paul Ellis is confident, Hector.
What, they can beat me in a fight?
What's it all about? Tell us
This
what
is
it's
all
all
crazy,
about.
man.
I'll tell you what it's about with Paul Ellis. With Paul, he made a video, didn't he? He called me out. Everyone thinks I'm the call-out king, don't they? But Paul Ellis made a video because who was it? One of the ladies on the cesspit, had given before. I think they gave Film Boy's address and they gave Partner's address, and I forget her name now. Anyway, this particular lady was being rude to me, and I'll give her a lot of jit back. And Ellis jumped on and said, "Right, Hector, talking to women like that, me and you, blah blah blah." And it's gone from there. Really, it's just been a back and forth. But Paul said he is coming down to York Court on the 14th of October, and he is going to do an official challenge. So you are gonna. I hope you get this fight. Do you know what I mean? He seems confident, but don't know why. But let's see what happens.
You know, he says, I'm going to come down to the York Hall on the 14th. He says, and I'm going to put it. He's talking to the camera and he goes, and Hector, I'm going to put it on you. What's he talking about that? What's that?
I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'll be at the York Hall. I can hold my own. I'm confident in myself. Do you know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you again. What height are you, Hector? What height are you?
I'm 5'10". Does anyone know how tall Ellis is?
Yeah, he's 5'8", and he said he's going to come in at 14 stone 4 pounds.
Yeah, that's okay. You can do that.
That's a good weight for that height.
That's no problem. Paul Ellis, I'll give you my opinion on the fight. Do you want me to give you the opinion on the fight?
Right.
I'll give you my opinion on what happens in this fight.
Yeah.
Paul Ellis comes out trying to swing. Hector's moving around, jabbing his face off. Paul Ellis is trying to get gloves on him, still missing. Hector hits him with the right hand. Paul Ellis is wobble. Hector hits him with the left hook. Left to the body. Right to the body. Ellis is down.
At least you've got the spirit, big man. Let's put that into action.
That's what I can see happening. Or I could do it another way. Hector walks straight out the ring. Ellis is unloading on Hector. Hector's got a high guard. Hector's bobbing and weaving. Paul Ellis is still firing shots. Paul Ellis is looking tired. He's running out of stamina. Hector with the uppercut. Ellis is down.
Well, Hector, apparently, Paul, I saw a video where he said he's been fighting. He did 6 years in the ring.
Yeah, apparently I've done 27.
He's a big lad, isn't he?
Right.
He's a big boy, man.
Guys, I want you to know, everyone thinks I'm small. Yeah, I'm not. I'm 5'10", 14 stone.
Right.
Like now, so he's got a small weight disadvantage. I mean, I've got a weight, might have a small weight disadvantage.
Can I just say something, lads? I've seen a lot of these the boys having a fight, right? But they don't put enough training in. See if you're going to do a fight, so about the training properly.
100%. I thought professionally.
Mate, you've got to be focused in training. And you get, I mean, see the big boy Brett but in the ring. He had trained, man. But come on.
Yeah, but Brett, you see, Brett, I'm not going to take nothing away from Brett.
I respect him for getting in, because I don't think I'd get in.
But he's like a big swinging. To go to BKFC, you have to really be able to fight. You have to be able to.
Exactly. You have to have a bit of credibility.
Yeah. But Brett, I said at the beginning, he's not the best fighter. If Brett, you're listening to this, I'm sorry, bro, but you're not. Like, he hasn't got that technical ability. Yeah, he's got a big heart. He's like a big, strong bear. Yeah,
he's got all the heart. Yeah,
he's got all the heart. He'll come forward. But I don't think he's cut out to get into a fight with a heavyweight.
No, that's what I thought.
You know, I think he'd get himself.
But fair play to me. He was saying the other day that he's going to get back into his training for the next one, and he admitted he was a bit, because he was on see that boy's channel with the Mohawk. What's his name again?
Video Craig.
Aye. He was on his show and he was saying that the next time he's getting in, he's going to be making sure that he's put the training in. And next time, think about it. I know. Think about this, lads. The police were waiting on him after it. See, once that's in your head, and you know you're going to the cells. That would have been playing me snapper and all. No, because he knew. Did they know before the fight?
I don't know. What's going on with that? What, he's getting jail, so?
Because see when it went into, like, see Wembley when he was in the fight, you all know that the police were waiting for him after it, didn't you?
No.
Did you know?
No.
Armed response were waiting for him outside. They tried to do him for some. They wanted to question him for some alleged something, a lot of shit. But they had to. Armed response took him right after the fight, right to a cell. So imagine if you knew that, right? You're getting into a fight in Wembley, everything, you're all ready to go, and then you got to the fucking jail after it.
Yeah.
Fuck what I mean? And your head to blow wet, man. This is just fucked my night up. Know what I mean? Anyway, do you know what I mean?
This fight, Hector, with Ellis, is it a spar or is it?
No. Me and Paul Ellis have really got to fight. I've told you for it, sir.
So as a fighter, what kind of training camp will you have? How long? I mean,
I'll have 6 to 8 weeks for Paul Ellis, training my heart out, full of cardio, boxing, and strength work.
That's all about training.
I'll be fresh. I'll be on my game. Paul Ellis won't land a glove on me, 100%. Basically, I'll just try not to hurt him too much.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I do. I'm so confident. Yeah, I would say I could do it with just using the left hand, and then I could stop him with that hand and whatever round when you tell me to. I'm that confident. Like, honestly,
he's not just coming at you with a big heart. I mean, he has got 6 years experience. I'm not saying that he's going to win.
He's a big man.
He's a big guy.
I'm 39 years old. I'm a year older than Danny Christie. I've been boxing competitively since I was 13 years old.
Right.
Have you?
I was 2-time London champion. I'm an NABC national finalist. I fought all calibers of fighters. I fought pro for a little while, even when I maybe shouldn't have been. And I'm just fully confident that he's not got enough experience in that 6 years. Fights did he have? I mean, how much experience? It's not a lot of years for boxing.
So you've got natural instinct.
Listen, everyone's got a chance, though.
If you've been fighting as a kid, you've got natural instinct.
Yeah, you've got to respect any man that'll go in a ring. You know what I mean? It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And see, to be honest, I'd end up like to kick them. I'd end up like to kick them, put a chair up or something. I couldn't. That's how I couldn't be a boxer. You know what I mean?
It's a game of discipline to me. And it's not like I don't go in there like we're having a fight. To me, it's a game. It's a sport. It's going to be better.
Have you laid down any of the rules yet? What rounds you going on?
Can you hear me?
Are you going to stop?
Shit, glitch.
Yeah, we can hear you all right.
You're all right, Hector. I can hear you, bro.
I'm back in.
Yeah, Hector, have you made a decision between you that what rounds you're going to do or how long it's going to last? And have you got any?
We haven't. I'm going to let him. I'm going to let him come up on the York Hall. He can announce it. We'll have the date there, and then we can arrange it all. Hopefully, it's 10-ounce gloves. I wouldn't advise him to go bare knuckle, but I would if he wanted to. I wouldn't advise it though. I've never done a bare knuckle.
Oh, are you? Have you done bare knuckle? No.
Only in street fight. I've only had street fights. Or I've never actually signed up to fight somebody else.
That looks tough, that bare knuckle, man.
Yeah, it looks not. After watching Danny Christie's fight, I opted out of it. I thought.
Oh, I know, man. That was vicious, wasn't it?
Fucking that guy. What that Danny Christie's got?
I enjoyed it, but it was good, man.
Danny's the fucking man. Listen, I just want to say,
Danny is a man. I've got a lot of respect for Danny, man.
He's the heart of a fucking lion. Yeah, like there ain't no quitting.
He is a fighter. He's a professional.
He can go far. Yeah,
he is, mate. Mate, see that performance he done there, man, at the last one in Wembley, that was fucking amazing, man.
You know what that does? That broke that other geezer's heart because Danny was taking punches. The guy thought he was winning, and Danny broke the guy's heart by coming forward.
And do you know the thing about Danny as well? He's got the brains as well. He's got the brains behind it as well. Do you know what I mean?
He's got brilliant skill. Listen, you see that geezer? What they don't. He's got amazing skill in the ring. Yeah. His skill level is very fucking high. I think he's similar to my skill level, but I'm not.
I'd like to see
go into a fight with bare knuckle. Do you know what I mean? I did say to Danny before we was going to put on like a Christmas cracker, like a spar, like where like we was both going to just for the people going about the sparring. But I'm not looking to fight Danny in any way. I'm one of his fans. Do you know what I mean? I like Danny.
Oh fuck that when you might find Danny, man.
You know, don't you? That's just like walking into the punishment, like for both. That's like going into even the Danny fight, the first fight, yeah. The first fight.
I'd love to see a rematch with Decker, but I'd love to see Danny punch Decker all about the place, because he knew that he's fitter and he's been sober and keeping his sitting doing all the right thing, and
he looks
obviously
a bit bigger,
he's fun God in his life. He's in a good place, man. I reckon he'd knock him out, mate. Honestly,
I reckon at the this is what I said. I made a video, didn't I? And if they fought at the same weight, I can see Danny pushed it better in him, mate.
Yeah,
like if they both come in, at like 14 stone something, I think Danny punches him up.
I think it was just unfortunate the way. It was just unfortunate that one. I think he went into it too angry, and he actually said that himself, Danny, in one of his podcasts. He said that he went into it too angry. And see, when you're too angry, you can't. You've got to be focused. And just you know what I mean?
I think another major problem was that weight. Because when you're fighting a guy like 3-4 stone,
I know, mate. I know that as well.
And Decker's not a normal fighter. I don't care what everyone calls him. And fighting wise, he is a problem. If you're going to stand in front of him in a fight, this man can have it, and he can take big.
He can take it. That's what you can take, mate. I know. You've got to be able to take it down to get. Give one out, mate. You know what I mean?
100%. Danny, I think. Sorry, guys. I think Danny, when he was getting went down, it wasn't punching and all that. It was fatigue of like fighting a bigger man like a brick wall. Do you know what I mean? And then he's taking it in, thinking, "Fuck this! I'm getting up. Like I've got to get my breath back." But he's at an unfair disadvantage going back into the brick wall. But he got up and fucking sticks it to him every time. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Can I ask you that, Hector? I'm going to put you on the spot here. So we all know. Decker plants his feet and keeps moving forward. Big heavy punches. How would you deal with that, mate?
I would box Decker. It was straight shots, straight shots, in and out, 1-2 with high hands, always moving, And I would put the work rate on Decker. I would start the pace of the fight.
But you'd use your weight on him.
No, not weight. I wouldn't use my weight. He's heavy. I'd use the I would use like work rate, which means that I would throw a lot of punches or fake a lot of punches to get Decker, try and get Decker tired, because I don't really see him tired.
I think the only way to take Decker would be speed, and you'd have to have a good dig on you. And a good dig on you.
So this is what I would do. I'd come at a fast pace using good boxing skills, straight, right and left. Bam, bam, bam. If you got caught, use the left foot. But you'd have to keep the pace up on him,
that's it. You've got to be.
I think it will be a
see it through, innit?
I think it would be a brilliant fight with me and Decker. But do you know what I don't fancy in it? Going to get all them cuts and all of that for no money. If people could put the money up for it, if the money could happen and good money to fight Decker Heggie, I want at least 15 grand, because I'll tell you why, he could cut my eye out with one of them punches. You know what I mean? 100%. You know, didn't you? Anyone can get seriously hurt in there, especially when no one's going to win. So I wouldn't be doing that for like £2,000. No,
and you want a good referee, man, if you're doing it, because if you get a bad referee, it just lets it go on and on and on and on, and you've got to keep going.
I'd want to, if it was to happen, I think them fights should really happen in like a BKFC ring or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Because you want to get the right decision.
I like what that mob done there. They made it more like an actual sport, which you should, because it's coming round now. No, I mean, the UFC, so allowed. Remember, UFC never used to be really allowed in our country.
Yeah, but when it first came out, it was banned from here, I think, wasn't it?
I remember as a young boy, I used to always want to watch it, and I couldn't get watching it. You know what I mean? It was hard to get it. You had to get Sky and all that. You know what I mean? Just to watch it. You were lucky to get any footage.
In the first ones, you was allowed to hit him on the floor and headbutt and everything. In the first ever UFC, you was allowed elbows, kicking on the floor, headbutts. It's mad. It's fucking lethal.
That's your sport, man.
Absolutely lethal. Guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you.
I'm going to go as well.
Jock me, okay?
Aye.
Big love to you all. Big
good
love
chat
to
you all, man.
Yeah, Jockney, I'll speak to you soon, mate?
Nice to meet you, Hector.
See you later.
See you later,
See you soon. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
That's hey, Jockney.
Is that your corner man, Chris?
Don't know. Jockney, sorry, mate.
Is that your corner man, Chris?
That's it, bro. You've got to have one, haven't you? What was I going to say to you, lads? Thanks for having me on. And Jockney, are you a Carlton boy?
Carlton, yeah, man, Carlton.
I'm for Govan Hall.
Yeah. I still know.
You know Govan Hall, the south side then, aye.
Well, you know, Govan, I was born, like, I never knew, but on my birth certificate, it's just got the name of, like, you know, like a road. And when I looked, I said, "What's the name of this road?" It was the old Sutherland General Hospital. You know, Sutherland General Hospital, which is governed.
Oh, the Sutherland, aye.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still there. I don't know if it's still there.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, mate. What's I going to say? Aye. So, what age were you? What age were you when you left the Carlton?
15.
Oh, were you? Aye. Aye. Right, mate. Aye. No worries, right? I've got to go anyway. Right, thanks for having us on, man. Trips. That was a good wee blur there. I'll come back on another time, right, pal?
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
lads.
no worries, man. Yeah,
Hey, oh, man. Have a nice day, Trips. See you later. Thanks, man.
Bye, Bobby.
I think that's been a very positive live, Jockney.
Yeah.
It's good to see that you and Karma exchanged polite words, and you agreed to not agree in some cases, and you agreed to agree in others. And that's all I really came on to say. It was great to see. You know, we need more positivity on YouTube, don't we? And we need to all get along. I'm going to go now.
I'm going to bring the curtain down anyway, because I'm thinking it's nice and sunny out there, so I'm going to go for a walk. You know, like a walk, like.
Okay.
Can I ask you? Yeah, before you go, Bobby. You know, behind you, you've got a couple of musical instruments there. You got.
I've got 2 banjos and a guitar. Yeah.
Can you play banjo and guitar?
Yeah.
Can you? There's a favour, man. Just do a quick little strum.
Oh, no. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll arrange to come on. You write a song, and I'll play along to it. How's that go?
No, I just want to hear you doing the banjo, man. That'll be good, man.
No, it probably needs tuning. I haven't played it for a while.
No, but the next time, jump on and just do a little thing.
Not a problem. I think for this corner of YouTube, I think dueling banjos would be good.
Yeah, just before you go, the famous banjo. I don't know if it's called the banjo duel or something.
The dueling banjos.
Do you remember the movie called Southern Comfort or something?
It was.
Was it Deliverance?
Deliverance with. With Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, but do you remember these guys in these sort of back roots in America?
Yeah.
Playing them sort of banjos, brilliant stuff that was, wasn't it?
A guitar and a banjo played together. It was very good. Yeah,
good. That's good, man. Yeah, thanks very much.
We'll work something out in the future. How's that?
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to bring the curtain down, and I'm going to go out for a walk now, Bobby. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice sunshine out there, man.
If you could just anybody wants to come across and see me over at The Honest Truth, you'd be welcome. I'll just shove the link in if that's okay.
Yeah. Hang on a couple of minutes. I'll get Peggy. Peggy will do it if she's there. Peggy, have you got Bobby's link for Honest Truth before I go? Let's see if she's still there. Let's see if she's still there. There's Bobby there. Hang on.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, it would be nice if they could come across. I'm trying to see if Peggy. She might be somewhere in the chat thing or something. I'm all about exposure and bringing the truth out, but I am moving towards better things. I'm going to start doing lives in a different, different things. So it'd be nice if they could come across.
Well, jump on another one of my live things. I might do one tomorrow, and I'll be doing things a bit. What do you call it? Normal stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That'd be great.
And then we can get your link in the more. Oh yeah, there it's there. Look, I'll put it up there. Hang on, I'll wait a couple of minutes. Yeah, go out to the Bobby.
Right. Yeah,
on channel and subscribe to Bobby's channel.
Thank you very much, Jockney.
I'm going to do a little banjo number sometime.
I definitely will. I've got some stuff online actually where I have done, and I'll post some of that. Yeah, because
do you do little banjo videos and stick them on your channel
I have got some. I've not done any for YouTube, but it's places where
I think they would take off, man. I think you'd get a lot of people wanting to watch it. You know what I mean, Mike?
Yeah. We'll work something out. Anyway, I must go. So have a great night, everybody. Love to all the chat, and God bless. And
have a great evening. Have a great evening, man. And I'll catch you later. Thanks very much indeed, Bobby. Have a great evening, and I'll catch you later. Yeah, thank you, Bobby. There, we've got his link there. Bobby Honest Truth channel. Go across and please subscribe. I'm going to bring the curtain down because the sun's shining out there, and I want to go out for a walk before I, settle down for the evening. Big respect to everybody in the chat. Thank you very much indeed, my people. It's been interesting afternoon, interesting day, and it's YouTube, isn't it? YouTube show business, as they say. So on that note, my people, thank you very much once again, and have a great evening, and be lucky, my people. Have I done this? Here we go. Have a great evening and be lucky. Catch you later.